All right, everyone, the recording has begun. This is day number, let me go to this slide. This is day number 1, week 8 of our journey together. Yes, day number 1, week 8. And for this week, we're going to be looking at simple interest questions. And so hopefully we can have a good time with that. I want us, before we actually get that to review the questions from last week Thursday, and then we can go into what we have to discuss for tonight. So this one is, yeah. So it was 3 parts of the question last week. This is last week Thursday, and I want any volunteers do I have any volunteer to explain question, for example, number 1? Otherwise, I would have to choose someone. All right, Alexandria, can you explain number 1 for me, please?
I got none before I can start talking. You call my name. Wow. Anyway, number 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
aviation. Yeah.
Wow. Two business partners, Mr. Evans and Mrs. Fraser, share a profit in the ratio 5-6. The profits for this year were 26,400. Calculate Mr. Evans' share. So first we have to find what is one equal part. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna divide 26,400 by the sum of 5 plus 6.
Yeah.
Then when we find the sum, we're gonna divide it, which gives us 2,400.
So we got 2,400 by basically dividing 26,400 by 11, is what you're saying?
Yes. So
Okay,
now now that we get the equal part, we're gonna find Mr. Evans' share. So Mr. Evans' share, he has 5 equal parts. So instead of dividing it by 11, now we're gonna times what we got, which is 2,400 by 5, because he has 5 equal parts, which gives us 12,000.
Okay, good. And how do you know you have 5 equal parts?
Because in the ratio, Mr. Evans, someone comes first, so he gets the 5.
Yes. So it's Mr. Evans, his name comes first, and 5 is mentioned first. Okay, good.
Okay, so B. Last year, Mrs. Fraser received 8,400 as her share. Calculate the total profit for last year. So we have to find. So once again, we have to find one equal part. So how are we going to find one equal part? We're going to divide the amount Mrs. Fraser received by the number of equal parts she got. So her equal part is 6. So we're going to divide 8,400 by 6, which gives us 1,400. That's one equal part. So now we have to find the total profit. So one equal part times the sum of equal parts. So we got 1,400 for the equal part. Now we're going to times it by the sum of 5 plus 6, which is 11. So 1,400 times 11, which gives us 15,400.
So we get 15,400. Why we use 11?
Because it's 2. We're finding 2 of the profits.
Okay, so we combining the 5 and the 6.
The ratio, yes.
So we're trying to find the total profits. Okay, good.
Okay. C. With renovations to the business, Mr. Evans and Mistress Fraser's investment changed to 17,500 and 22,500 respectively. Calculate the ratio of investment in simplest form. So we have to break it down to find the simplest form. So what we can do, we can use 100.
So we divided by 100 for each
Yes,
one
we're
of them.
going to divide each by 100.
Mm-hmm.
So 17,500 divided by 100 gives us 175,
Yeah.
and 2,500 divided by 100 gives us 2,205. No, 225. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So now we can break it down lower. So what we're going to
Yes.
do, we're going to divide it by 5. So
Yes.
175 divided by 5 gives us 35, and
Yes.
225 divided by 5 gives us 45.
Correct.
So now we can break that down even lower. So what
Yes.
we're going to do, we're going to divide it by 5 again. So
Uh-huh.
35 divided by 5 gives us 7,
Uh-huh.
and 45 divided by 5 gives us 9.
That's correct.
So the ratio now is 7 to 9.
7 to 9. Very good explanation, McKinney.
Yes.
Then we have example number 2. Uh, Shaya, can you explain this one for me, please? Example number 2.
Yes. Okay, so for number 2, it says two business partners, Mr. Roll and Mrs. Monroe, share profits in the ratio 4 to 5. The ratios for this year were 36,900. So you have to calculate Mr. Roll's share. And to do that, you have to find one equal part, which is 36,900 divided by the sum of the ratio, which is 9.
Mm-hmm.
And you get 4,100. And to get Mr. Roll's share, since he got 4 equal parts in the ratio, you do 4,100 times 4, which will give you $16,400.
Mm-hmm.
That's Mr. Roll. Last year, question B says, last year, Ms. Monroe received 4,730 as her share. Calculate the total profit for last year. So to do that, you have to find one equal part, which is the amount Miss Monroe received, divided by the number of equal parts for Miss Monroe,
Yes.
which would be 4,730 divided by 5, which is $946.
Yes.
To get the total profit, you do one equal part times the sum of equal parts, which is $946 times 4 plus 5 times the sum of the ratio, because you find in all the equal parts.
Yes.
So you do 946 times 9 and you get $8,514.
That's correct.
That's her total profit.
Mm-hmm.
And then question C says, with renovations to the business, Mr. Roll and Mrs. Monroe's investments changed to 13,500 and 18,500 respectively, meaning that Mr. Roll got 13,500 and Miss Monroe got 18,500, because that's the order that they come in.
Yes, that's correct.
And then you have to calculate the ratio of investments in the simplest form.
Uh-huh.
So to do that, we have 13,500 and 18,500. And the first step you want to do is divide both of them by 100 to take the zeros off.
Yeah.
So you get 135 to 185.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to find a number that both of them have in common, a number that both of them could be evenly divided by, which is 5, because
Yeah.
both of them end in 5.
Uh-huh.
And
That's
then you
correct.
get 27 to 37
Excellent
as your
explanation.
final ratio.
Very good explanation, Shaya. All right, so that's example number 2. We was looking at these two business partners, looking at the ratios between them, or I should say, we're looking at the ratio of their profits. Now we're gonna look at the two exercises that we have. Take one, yeah. Where's take one, yeah?
Hello, I'm here.
Okay, were you here for this on
Yes, I
Thursday?
was.
Okay, can you explain example number 1, please? Not example number 1, exercise number 1.
Okay. So for number 1A, you have to find out what is one equal part.
Can you read the question so we can get an understanding of what's happening?
Okay. Two business partners, Mr. Major and Mistress Curry, share profits in the ratio 3 to 4. The profits for this year was $42,700. Calculate Mr. Major share. First, we have to find what is one equal part, and then after that, we have to multiply that by how much was Mr. Major's share, which is 3, and then the answer you get is $80,300. And for B, which is last year, Mrs. Curry received $240 as her share. Calculate the total profit for this year, and her total profits was 710 times 7, and the answer is 497. And for C, with renovations to the business, Mr. Major and Mistress Curry investments changed to $12,500 and $21,500 respectively. Calculate the ratio of the investments in the simplest form. So you have to simplify both the ratios, and then you have to divide it by 100, and you get 125, and you have to divide $21,500 by 100, and you get 115. Then you divide both of them by 25, and you get 25 and 43.
All right. So you ready to explain C?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, Take One. Your very good explanation. Now, no, no, you're right. You're right. Good explanation. Now I want Lanaya. Lanaya, can you explain example question number 2 for us, please?
Okay, but I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
On Thursday, when I said good night, Mr. Petit, you was fine. How from Thursday to now you sound congested?
That's my mic.
Mm-mm.
That's my mic.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So question 2 says 2 business partners, Mr. Marshall and Mrs. McKinney, share profits in the ratio 3-5. The profits for this year were $24,800. Calculate Mr. Marshall's share. So first we have to find what one equal part is.
Yeah.
So we would divide 3 but we would divide $24,800 by 8 because 5 plus 3 is 8.
Very
And
good.
that gives us 3,100. So then we would to find the equal parts for Mr. Marshall's share, we multiply 3 times 3,100 because he has 3 equal parts, and that gives us 9,300.
Very good.
It says B, last year Mrs. McKinney received $2,360 as her share. Calculate the total profit for last year. So you multiply you multiply 472 by 8 because when you do the one when you find the one equal part, it gives you 472. So you multiply that.
How did we get 472?
You have to divide. Hold on, wait a minute. I don't remember what numbers you divide. Hold on. Wait. But you have to divide.
We have to divide. Okay, we have to take 2,360 and divide it by the amount of equal parts of Miss McKinney. So
right.
it's gonna be 2,360 divided by 5, and that's how we get the 472. Because if you look at this example, one equal part for this one, we took the amount that Miss Monroe received and divided by the number of equal parts for Miss Monroe, and that's how we get the 946. All right. So the similar reasoning will follow true for this one. We'll take 2,360 and divide it by number of equal parts for Miss McKinney. Make sense? Or no?
Yes, sir. Okay, let me tell you what happened. I was not in the right book, and I was getting confused just now. So
Okay.
okay,
You're in the right book now?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Because you learned this writing. I don't know. We gotta pray for you. I don't know. Anyway,
Which one? Oh, you mean the
huh?
where are we? I'm sorry. You mean this part?
Yeah.
Okay.
So C says with renovations to the business, Mr. Major and Mrs. Curry. Okay. Investments changed to $17,500 and $27,500 respectively. Calculate the ratio of investments in simplest form.
Mm-hmm.
So to do that, right now the ratio is 17,500 and to 27,500. So the first thing you would do is oh my gosh, I forgot what I was gonna say. You divide it by 2,500. And you do that because with the zeros, you can cancel out the two zeros, and you can divide 25 by 75. So that would be 3. I don't think, yeah, that would be 3. And so, oh, I didn't do C for this one.
Okay, so for this one, I used 2,500 as a short way because simply because we was out of time. I just was trying to show that this number could have did it one time, but in practice, you don't want to use this big number. You're gonna use something like 100 first, and then after 100, you probably might use 25 or something like that. So let's do it. So let's actually divide them properly. So the two numbers we have is, and write this down, Lanaya, seeing that you didn't have it for last week, Thursday.
Okay.
So we have 100, we have 17,500 to 27,500. Now my question is, what number can go into both 17,500 and 27,500? What number can go into both of them? Anyone can answer.
100.
100, very good. So we divide this one by 100. We also divide this one by 100. Now, when we divide it by 100, that gives us permission to cancel out what?
The zeros.
Very good. We cancel the zeros. And so for this one, we are left with 175 to 275. Now with this one,
Oh, my book in China.
me personally, I would divide by 5 because the reason why I divide by 5 is because or I suggest that you divide by 5 is because 5 is a easy number to work with, unless you want to work with a number with 25. If you're that good, you could do it. But to be on the safe side, just use 5. What is 175 divided by 5? That'll give us 35. And what is 275 divided by 5?
55.
That's 55. That's correct. And what number we could divide by again? We could use what?
5.
We could use 5 again, yeah. So divide by 5. And divide by 5. What is 35 divided by 5?
7.
7. And what is 55 divided by 5?
11.
11. 11. All right, so that's how we get 7, 11. Okay. All right, so that's how we did it for last week. Now for this week, we are going to, like I said, we're going to look at simple interest. So let's head up properly and get into it. Today is Monday, the 27th of February, 2023. The subject is, of course, mathematics. The topic is, I should say the theme, because we might be, I think we can be on this for the entire week. The theme is simple interest.
Did you say we do honest for the entire week?
Yeah, I believe so. All right, so we're going to begin with example number 1. Now, the thing about simple interest is that simple interest questions usually come alongside ratio questions. So it's good that we did ratio word problems, because usually what they do is they give us a ratio word problem, and then after that they give us a simple interest question, like as a second part. So sometimes they come together, sometimes they're separate. So it's good that we're doing these. It's good that we have done ratio word problems, and now we're moving on to simple interest. I think next week we're gonna go over higher purchase. So those 3 word problems: ratio word problem, simple interest, and higher purchase, they are what we call consumer math, and those are definitely a part of your exam. All right. So we're gonna begin with the question. It says Daniel borrowed.
So,
No, that's the name of the
oh,
person.
sorry, I see, sorry.
Daniel borrowed $5,000 from the bank for 2 years. Oh, bye. For 2 years. Write this down for me, please. Definitely write this down. For 2 years, at 9% simple interest. Per annum. Question number 1 says, well, question number 1A says calculate how much interest Daniel is charged. So to do this, there's a formula, simple interest formula. And it goes like this. Simple interest formula says it's going to be the principal, capital P, multiplied by the principal multiplied by the rate multiplied by time, and it's over 100. Okay, so that's your simple interest formula. Principal times rate times time. Now, P is the principal, and the principal is the amount borrowed or invested. The rate, R is the rate. That's the interest. Interest rate. T is time in years. So we always write time in years. And then annum means a year. So when they say simple interest per annum, annum means a year. Okay, this is your simple interest formula right now. So now let's use it. Okay, so they asked for the interest. So we want the interest charge. So it's going to be equal to the principal times the rate times time. In our case, all right, in our case, what is P?
5,000.
5,000.
Yes, P is 5,000 because that's the amount that is borrowed. Okay, so P is 5,000. So in our case, what is R?
9.
Very good. R is 9%. And what is time?
2.
2.
2.
Because time in years is 2 years, right? So time is equal to 2. All right,
Mr.
so
Petit,
hello.
I thought it was on $5,000, not 500.
Oh, thank you. One moment. 5,000. And then t is 2. Okay, Yolanda, why is P 5,000?
Because that is the amount that was borrowed.
Very good. That's the amount that's borrowed. Shaya, why is R 9?
Because that's the interest rate.
Very good. The interest rate is 9%. And Lanaya, why is T 2?
Because it's 2 years.
Because it's 2 years. Very good. So simple interest is going to be equal to P times R times T, which is going to be equal to 5,000 multiplied by R, which is 9, multiplied by 2, all divided by 100.
100.
Now, this is the easy part because now we have all the numbers in. We just now pure calculations. So the first thing I would suggest that you do is that you cancel out the
Yeah,
zero,
oh yeah.
right? That's the first thing I'd suggest that you do. Cancel the zeros. So this 0 is going to cancel out with this 0 at the bottom. And this 0 is all going to cancel out with this 0. Okay? So we're left with on
So
top.
see, do you multiply the two smaller numbers, then you do the bigger number?
Wait, allow me to teach it, then you'll see. Just wait, be patient. So we have 50. 50, because this is no longer 5,000, it's 50. So we have 50 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 2. All right. I would suggest that you multiply the 50 and the 9 first. So what is 50 times 9? Let's do that first.
450.
50 times 9.
450.
Or 50, that makes sense. 9 times 0 is 0. And 9 times 5 is
45.
45. Yeah. There's going to be 450. And now we have 450. Now we're going to multiply that by
2.
2. Now, some persons might be wondering, where did the 1 go? Well, that's a question I should ask you. Where did the 1 go at the bottom?
It doesn't
Nowhere.
really, it didn't go anywhere, but it just doesn't matter because
It
any
does.
number times 1 is just the same number.
Any number divided by 1 is the same number. So
Yeah.
we don't have to, good answer. We don't have to put 1 at the bottom. Since it's already 1, we already know that any number divided by 1 is itself. Okay. So 450 times 2 is going to be what?
900.
That's correct. 900. Let's actually show the work in. And by the way, when you submit your work, I actually want to see your multiplication. All right. So don't just give me answers. I want to see your working where you multiplied it. All right. So 450 multiplied by 2.
Did you say 900 for that one?
Mm-hmm. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 4 is what? It's 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So the answer is 900. So the interest charges that he have is going to be $900. Okay, that's how much interest that he's going to get. Now, how much is he going to pay the bank back? How much is he going to pay the bank back? We know his interest is 900, but how much is he going to pay the bank back? Anyone?
Did we take away 900 from the 5,000 he borrowed?
Not take it away,
You gotta times it.
then multiply it.
The
So I.
Or the added, or the added, yeah, or the added.
You have to
So
add
the,
it to the 5,000.
yeah, you have to add it. If they ask you, how much money you have to pay back to the bank, because remember, this is interest. It's like if I say, okay, if I say you could borrow $5 from me, right? But and you say, okay, well, I can give you it back in a week. And I say, okay, the interest for borrowing $5 from me is $2 for a week, right? So you can't just give me the $5 back. You must give me what? The $5 plus what?
14
My $2 interest. So
every
it
day.
so not for every day, just for the entire just for the entire span. So you gotta give me $5 plus the $2, which is gonna give me 7. So the same thing applies. For the interest, you not only have to pay the interest, but you also have to pay the principal, the amount borrowed. All right, any questions on that, Caleb? Any questions on that, Caleb? Caleb, any questions on that? No, okay. I could barely hear you, sound so distant. Um, Dallas Davis, are you there? Dallas Davis, are you there? I need the phone number for Dallas. Um, Destiny Rogers, are you there? Destiny. Where's Destiny? I can't have from Destiny. Danielle, where's Danielle? Any questions from you based on this?
This
So sorry,
Destiny said,
Okay, that's good. How about you, Megan? Do you understand what to do? Megan,
I just came, so not quite.
not quite. Okay. So we can do another example, but make sure take a picture of this, and then we're gonna go on the next example so you can get an understanding of it. Rakia, where's Rakia? Rakia rule.
Hell,
Any questions from this, or you understand what to do?
I understand.
That's good. Malaya Smith, any questions?
no, sir.
All right. Okay.
Adam yesterday, you was talking to Dallas Davis before. You saw what she said in chat, right?
Yes, I see it. All right, thank you, Dallas. All right. Harvey, where's Harvey?
Yes, sir.
Do you have this written already?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's good. Yolanda, any questions?
No questions.
All right. And Karen, where's Karen? Karen, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir. We actually do this. We actually just come from doing this in math class.
Okay. So you should be able to get all this right.
Yes, sir.
That's good. All right, so let's actually just do it.
Will the other example be the same as borrowed, same borrowed, right?
Say it again.
Will it be borrowed or invested this time for the example too?
Mr. Gaston, can you let me teach? Allow me to teach, please. We go on to example 2 right now. I say be patient. We go on example 2 right now. All right, so example number 2. So it's going to be our final example before we actually do the work, which should be very straightforward application of the exercise, of the examples rather. So let's say Dylan borrowed say he borrowed $7,000 from the bank for 2 years. Let us say for 2 years at 8% simple interest per annum. What did we say annum means?
Per year?
Per year. Very good. All right. Question number 1. Calculate how much interest Dylan is charged. So calculate how much interest Dylan is charged. I want to change the color on this. All right, so first for this one, we're going to write down the formula. The formula is simple interest equals to, what is the formula for simple interest?
P times
P
R times
T over 100.
divided
Very,
by 100.
very good. So divided by 100, and it's going to be P times R times T. So capital P multiplied by R multiplied by T. Now, in this question, what is P?
7,000.
7,000, because that's the amount borrowed. What is R?
8.
R is 8. That's the interest rate, right? We got that from the question. It's 8% simple interest. So R is 8. And then we have T. So T is
2.
2. All right, so we got to go to this one. So it's just going to say equal to 7,000 multiplied by R, which is 8, multiplied by 2, all over 100. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do for this question,
Cancel out the zeros.
cancel the zeros. So that means that this zero goes with this zero, and this zero goes with this zero. And so now we have 70 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 2. So the first thing we're going to do is multiply which two numbers?
70 and 8.
70 and 8. So 70 times 8. What is 8 times 0?
0.
Definitely 0. And 8 times 7?
56.
56. So we have 560. So 560 multiplied by same 2. It's going to be 560 twice. So we have 2 times 0, which is what?
0.
0. And then 2 times 6 is
12.
12. 2 times 5,
10.
10 plus 1,
11.
11. So we have the interest charges is going to be 1,120. All right, so that's its interest charges. Part B, like I asked you all earlier, is I want you to calculate the total amount he must repay to the bank. All right. So you want the total amount that he must repay to the bank. How do we
So
say
that's
we're gonna get that?
7,000 plus 1, 1,120.
Good. So the total amount is gonna be the principal plus the interest charge. The total amount equals to the principal plus the interest charges. And the principal is what? How much is the principal? We saw
7,000.
above the master amount borrowed. So
7,000.
7,000. And what's the interest that we got?
1,120.
Very good, 1,120. And so that means that the total amount that he must repay to the bank
It's
is
8,120.
so let's add it. Remember to show all working. So wherever you multiply, you must show that in your answer. Wherever you add, show that in your answer as well. So 1,120 0 plus 0 is definitely 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 plus 1 is 1. And 7 plus 1 is 8. So that's 8,120. So the interest charge, so the total amount that he must give is 8,120. All right. Any questions on this? Any questions? Let me know. All right. If there's no questions, I want you to take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp right now. That's everyone. There are about 40.
Mr. P,
Yes, sir.
you can't go back in that first page.
Yes, I can. You ready to take a screenshot?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me go back to the first page. So in the first page, I gave the formula and everything. So this is the first page. All right.
I already screenshot it.
Okay, good. Again, I want you to take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. That's everyone. Everyone must take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where's Dallas? Dallas Davis, are you there? I think she would know my number.
Hello.
Dallas?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have my phone number?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you right now. It's 426-8891. I want you to take a picture of your notes that you just wrote, from example number 1 and 2, and send it to me via WhatsApp right now. You understand that, Dallas?
Yes, sir. You can repeat the number, please.
No, I just sent it to you in the chat. Can you see
Oh, yeah,
what's
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
all right. What school do you attend, Dallas?
Kingsway Academy.
Kingsway, okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. All right, good. All right, so I'm getting some person's work, but I want everyone's work. If I don't call your name, then you know that you haven't sent your work yet. But these persons have sent their work. Shalice, Taekwanya, Malaya, Aaron, Diamond, Rakia, Destiny, Shaya.
You mean today's work?
Yes, today's work. Yolanda, Latre, Angelina,
Let me
Michelle, Alexandria, and Miss Pennerman. Those persons I receive work from. The rest of you, please send it. Karen, where's
I
Karen?
got to see if my phone's charged.
Zayden, not today, please. Please, not today. You know you have class at 6 o'clock. Make sure your phone is charged. I keep on telling you all that. Make sure your phone is charged. Karen, where's Karen?
Yes, sir.
I haven't received your work yet.
Yeah, because
I,
Kian was on her phone and she didn't put on charge when I told her to. So there.
Use lie.
I putting it on charge now.
all right. Is there any other phone?
No, sir.
All right. But you need to put the phones on charge. Mr. Karen and Kaylee, whoever, make sure your phone is charged. All right.
Sir.
Mr. Dallas, where's Dallas?
Yes, sir.
We don't do screenshots in this class. I need to see it written down. And I
Yes,
said
sir.
I said it 1,000 times. Write it down, write it down, write it down. We
Yes,
need
sir.
a pen. We need a designated book for this class. I need to make sure you have your writing utensils so you can make sure write them down. Plus, we are going to do exercises, so you're gonna need to write them down and send them to me via WhatsApp. All right. So make sure always bring your book and pen to this class. All right. All right. Still waiting on the work from some people. Thank you, Vashante. Thank you, Lanaya. Thank you, Aaron. Angel, I don't have your work. Where's Angel? Thank you, Serenity. Where's Angel? Angel, are you there? Thank you, Daniel. I can't have from Angel. Antoine. Antoine Mannings.
I can send my work in right now, Mr. P.
All right, good. Aiden. Aiden Johnson.
Yes, sir.
I don't have your work.
I joined the session right now.
Say it again.
I joined the session right now.
All right, send it to me, please. Caleb. I don't have your work.
I sent it to you.
You sent it to me already. Caleb.
Couple
Okay.
minutes ago.
Okay, I see it. 6:58. That's true. Um. Um. Take one. Did you send in your work? Take one, yeah. Let's take one. You can have take one, yeah. Um. Thank you, Michaela. Moxie. Michael Hebert.
Yes, sir.
Michael. Do you need the first slide?
Yes, sir, but might have to get another pen.
Okay. Take a screenshot of the slide before you get a pen. You ready?
I got it.
I want you to take a picture of the first one, the same one right up.
Okay.
All right. All right. So
Tea?
yes, take one now.
No, this,
Oh, Lanaya, which is yes,
this,
Lanaya.
yes.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna join on my phone, so I could use my headphones because my mom has something to do. So
Okay,
if
sure,
you
no
see
problem.
me trying to join, yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, so thank you, Chris Ramey. Where's Chris Ramey? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you for sending in the work. All right, so let's begin with the exercises. The exercises are going to be a straightforward application of the work we have done. All right.
Mr. T, can you hear me?
I could hear you. I could hear you. This is number one. Please don't write down the exercises yet. Give me one moment to change them. So let's say Suzanne borrowed, instead of 5,000, say 4,000 from the bank. We keep it at 2 years, and let's say it's 6% simple interest. How much interest is Suzanne charge? And B, calculate the interest. Calculate the total amount that she must pay to the bank. That's the first question. Question number 2.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
I have to write this down, right?
Yes, definitely.
Mr. Petit, so we
Go
have
ahead.
to write, you see like how we write the word simple interest and we have to put P times. We have to do a lot or just put the numbers.
Like what is P, what is R, what is thingy?
No. Do we have to write P times R times T over 100 or just
Yeah.
write the numbers? We have to write that too?
Yeah, I would suggest that you write it. And the reason why I said it is because it helps you to remember the formula. Let's say,
Mr. Petit,
go ahead.
I don't know how to do this.
Can you look at your examples? And that's for the same reason you need to come to class early. You come into class late and then you can say you don't understand. Look at the examples and follow them. If you don't understand something, let me know. But you must come to class early. But not even early, on time. Right, so those are the questions. 1, 2, and 3. Make sure write them down and answer them for me, please. Once you're done, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Zaria, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Zaria, I don't have no notes for you.
I just came.
Well, you came late.
So many.
All right, so you need the examples.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me take a. Are you ready to take the screenshots of the 2 examples?
I am ready to take the screenshot.
Okay. That's the first one. But there's the second one, and then you got this already?
Mm-hmm.
This is the second one. I mean, that's the first one. Okay. All right, write them down for me, Zaria, and then after you're done, attempt the exercises, please. But take a picture of them first, please, before you go to the exercises, so I can see that you got them.
Okay.
Zayden, where's Zayden?
I'm here.
Do you know what to do?
Yes.
All right, good. What question you on? You on number 1A?
Number 1.
Okay, that's good. Yolanda, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. All right.
Wait, how's she already on number 2?
Don't worry about her, please. Worry about you. Vashante, roll. Where's Vashante?
Pardon?
Yes.
Vashante, what number you on?
Number 1.
Okay, do you understand? Do you understand what to do?
So
All right, that's good. Take 1, yeah?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
I'm on number 1B.
All right, do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir, I do.
That's good. Serenity,
Yes, sir.
I receive your notes. Serenity,
Yes,
you,
yes, sir.
you need you need to
Yeah,
change
I
this.
write with a different ink. Yeah.
You write with a different ink, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please change it. Make sure it's blue or black, all right? Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Rakia,
Yes, sir.
what number you on?
1A.
All right, do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's good. And Rachel, no?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
Number 2, B.
Okay. You sent your notes?
Yes, sir. I already did.
Okay, send it to your mommy phone. I mean on your phone. Rashad, where's Rashad? That's what I don't have. Rashad, are you there?
Yes, sir.
How come I don't have your notes?
I sent them now because I didn't finish on time.
All right. Send them for me. Let me see them. Do you understand what to do? We have questions.
I understand what you.
All right, that's good. Mikhail, Heaven,
Yes, sir.
what are you doing now?
Writing my work down.
You mean the note section?
No, sir.
Which one? Which one are you writing now?
The questions.
No, I said do the notes first. Write down the write down the notes first, and then the exercises. Write down the notes.
Can you send on my phone, please? Because I screenshotted on this phone. I have nothing to send it on from this side.
Can you what? So what your question is?
Can you send it to me on my phone? Because I'm using another phone and I took a screenshot on this one. That's the one I'm using, so I'm on.
So when we send you the what?
The notes
The notes?
on my phone, yes, sir.
So why you can't take a screenshot of it?
I took a screenshot. I just can't. I don't know. I can't send it from this phone to this one because it doesn't have a SIM.
Right. Why you come late anyway?
I was getting my school stuff ready for school tomorrow.
I don't understand you. And you come late and then now you scratching me out, right? You know you have class at 6 o'clock, man. Do them stuff after class or before class. Don't do it during. Because now you're in class and then now you don't know what to do. You're late with your exercises. It doesn't make sense, Mikhail. And you ain't gonna stop until I call your mommy and tell her. That's when you can stop. Where's Mr. Dallas?
Can you send an example one too, please?
Can you give me a chance, Mikhail? Give me a chance, please. Because you then was late. So don't rush me. Where's Dallas?
Yes, sir.
I haven't received your first set of notes yet. What's taking you so long?
I was doing the questions.
No, like I said, for the 100th time, write down the notes first. Take a picture of them, then send me the exercise afterwards. Um, all right.
Mr. Petit, why the screen block?
It ain't blocked no more, right? What's still blocked?
No, it's not blocked anymore.
Okay. All right. Megan? That's Megan. Okay, I receive your notes. What number you on anyway?
Pardon?
What number are you on? What number are you on?
2B.
2B, okay, good. Malaya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what number are you on?
2B.
2B, that's good. Michaela Moxie,
That's all.
where's the sister work? Where's the sister work, Michaela?
She done ready. She need to take a screen picture, photo of it.
Okay, like I tell y'all every night, make sure she sends her work, Michaela. Every night I tell y'all the same thing. Come on. What number you on, Michaela? What number are you on, Michaela?
I am on 1B.
Okay. Shalice, are you there? Where's Shalice?
Yes, sir.
What number are you on?
2B.
2B, do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And Leroy Taylor,
Yes, sir.
what number you on?
2B.
2B.
So, Mr. Petit, for number
Hey.
3. For number
Mm-hmm.
3, So we just have to do it just like that instead of canceling it out because you're not going to cancel.
Yes.
Okay.
The tray.
Yes, sir.
I don't see all of your notes. I only see one of the examples. Where's the other one?
I didn't finish writing it.
So why didn't you ask me to take a screenshot? Anyway, which one? Is it example 1 or 2 that you need?
Example 2.
Okay, take a screenshot of it, please. I don't understand why I have to run y'all down for your notes. That's not all of you, some of you. Come on, man. Write down the notes. All right, write them down, Latre, and send it to me, please. So that's Latre. I'm waiting on the notes for Dallas and Mikhail. I ain't get the notes yet from y'all. Rashadane, ready centers. Rashadane, that's only example 1. I need example 2 as well. Anaya,
Yes, sir.
what number you on?
I am on. Oh,
Say it again.
sorry. I use devices and it echoing. I can hear myself. Sound weird. I on number 1A, but I'm like finished on number 1B. Technically.
So you're number 1.
Number 1.
Okay. Karen,
Yes, sir.
what number you on?
I own 3A.
3A. Is the phone charged yet? So you could send your notes.
I could check now.
Okay. Allen, Jennifer Allen. Jennifer Allen. Where's Jennifer? Oh, she's speaking, but I can't hear her. Jennifer, I can't hear you. Can you type in the chat? 'Cause I can't hear you. Jennifer, I can't hear you, so you have to type in the chat, okay? Oh, what number you on, Jennifer? 3A, okay. Jennifer, do me a favor. I do not have your notes. The only thing I have from you is from February 16th. So what I need you to do is, I need you to, whatever notes you have from February 16th, take a picture of them and send them to me, please, because I don't have none for you for the other days, including today. All right. So make sure to take a picture of them and send it to me as well, Jennifer.
Mr. Petit,
Yes.
for number 3A, you just do it like normal?
Yeah. One moment. Dallas. Where's Dallas? Dallas. Dallas Davis. Where is he? Is he still there? Okay, I ain't see him. All right. Go ahead, Shaya, you're saying.
Do you just like do it as normal? Because it's only 6 months and they say that, well, in the notes it said the time have to be measured in years.
So wouldn't that be half then?
Mr. Petit.
So would it be
Yeah.
like half?
So, Mr. Petit, question.
Yes.
Do it one by one or what? Because that's what I'm doing. So I don't know if I'm doing it wrong. That's why I doing it in a pencil. I doing it. I times in it so I can get the answer. Then I'm gonna divide the answer by 100.
Yeah, you could do that.
Is that a longer way or?
It's
Oh, okay.
I mean, at this point you can't do nothing else because ain't like you can cancel out the zeros with anything at the bottom. So you might as well do it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I see you have 6.3.
Uh-huh. So yeah, it's 6.3.
Mr. Petit, is that a reference to one of the old lessons you taught us?
Which one?
The 6.3% part.
No, no, no.
Mr. Petit, you can look at mine before I move on, please. Because
Mhm.
I write it in pencil.
Right, no
I
problem.
did the working in pencil actually. What the hell is doing today?
That's not correct.
So what I doing wrong? But I should have working for the multiplication. So I'm supposed to
Yeah.
do it like that.
No, the problem is the numbers you use are wrong. We said the time of the being years, not months.
But you put 6 months there. So move 6 months?
No, I know I put 6 months there,
Or I don't
but
understand it then.
the time of the being years. So you need to think about it. Think about it. The time of the being years, 6 months. But the time of the being years. All right. Where's Dallas? Dallas, are you there? Dallas, are you there? No, can't hear from Dallas. Okay.
Yes, sir. My computer did die.
Okay. So make sure your device is charged when you come to class. The next thing is you have to write this over because I don't know who you submitting this to, but this handwriting is not right. And I know you can write better than this because this is very sloppy. So you need to write this over. All right, then send it again. All right, Dallas, take your time and write it. Okay, no need to rush. Take your time and write it. Write it properly and neat. All right, Dallas.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is your first time in this class. I don't want you to start off on the wrong foot. So write your work neatly and properly and then send it. Um, Jasmine, where's Jasmine? Okay, here. What number you on, Jasmine? 3B. That's good. And Irony, what number you on?
3A.
3A. That's good. Yes, you can, Jasmine. But send it to me directly. And Garonique Francis, are you there? Garonique Francis? Garonique Francis.
She's actually on it.
Okay. Okay, good. Garonique, can you send me your notes, please? Take a picture of your notes and send it to me, Garonique. I don't have it. Angelina, um, I don't see no working. I just see answers. I don't see the work yet.
So it wrong or right?
I haven't checked it. I haven't multiplied them. Let me do that. You mean for the last one or them in general?
For the last one for 3A.
Okay. That's right. It's right. Okay, where's Destiny? Destiny, are you there? Destiny Rogers. Destiny Rogers. Oh, she says there. Um, what number you on, Destiny?
Sorry, my phone was going dead. I finished. I sent the work to you already.
You send the work to me?
I sent it to you.
Okay, I see. I just seen it. Number 3 is not correct. So check it over. Daniel. Where's Daniel?
I'm on number 3 now.
All right. Chris Raming. What number you on, Chris?
I am number 3A.
All right. That's good. Diamond.
3B.
3B. Okay, good. And
I have a question.
go ahead.
For number 3, it's supposed to be like 1.5 or something for like the 6 months.
It's not 1.5.
How are you supposed to do that?
It's 0.50 or no?
0.5. Yes, it's 0.5 because 6 months is half a year, right? So it's 0.5. Thank you, Frank Pong. Thank you, Shaya. Aiden, where's Aiden?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
2B.
2B, okay. Sean Taylor. Where's Ashton?
That's all.
I don't have your notes and I don't have your exercises. What's going on?
I completing the work and then I can send the work on the notes.
All right. I'm gonna make sure you send them now. Don't just say you can send them.
That's all.
Angelina.
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
I on B now.
Okay. And Alexandria.
Hi, Mr. Petit.
Yeah, what you up to now?
Nothing. I don't know how to do it. I just leave it.
Like I told the other ones, what is 6 months? 6 months is how much of a year?
That's half.
Half. Very good. So 6 months is half a year. So every time they give you months, if they give you months, change it to a year. Change it to years. So 6 months is half a year. What is half? Written as a decimal.
0.50.
0.5 or 0.50. You don't have to do 0.50, just 0.5. It's fine. So that would be amount in years. 0.5 years. Okay.
So how do we multiply it? We said, all right, how are you showing my multiplying? That's how I have to do it.
Yes. Aaron,
Yes, sir.
what number you on?
3A.
3A, good. And Angelina Moxie.
Yes, sir.
I haven't received your work yet.
I sent you my notes.
Okay, that's you. All right. Okay, see it. What number you on?
2B.
Okay, good. Make sure once you finish sending your exercises as well, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're about to answer the questions. I think I've heard from every one of you all. So we're about to answer them. Any volunteers for number 1 before I recommend people? Or anyone to help me for number 1? Okay, so I have to ask someone.
Mr. Petit, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to make sure if like if the cents of the bill has 3 letters and let's say hypothetically the third letter has is higher than 5, you would round it off so it would be like, for example, let's say hypothetically a number was like 0.146,
Mm-hmm.
and since it's higher than 5 it'd be 0.15 instead, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I was just making sure.
No problem. All right, Jasmine, thank you. I see your work. Dallas, I still haven't received the rewritten notes. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Michaela. Dallas, are you there?
Yeah, so I was trying to finish the questions quick.
All right. I don't know if I speak English or French. Dallas, I told you to rewrite the notes first, then go to the questions. And I'm sure you heard me. Rewrite the notes first, then go to the questions. I need to have your notes first. All right, so let's begin. Aaron, I want you to help me with number 1, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go.
So it'll be
One moment, let me just get myself sorted and we could go. So the first thing I'm going to figure out is simple interest charge. So the simple interest is gonna be what? I can't hear you, Aaron. I can't hear you, Aaron.
It would be 4,000 times 6 times 2 over 100.
Very good. So simple interest gonna be equal to P. We know that P is 4,000. That is the principal. Multiplied by the rate. What is the rate?
6.
6. Very good. Multiplied by the time. How much is the time?
2.
2. Very good. 2 years. All divided by what?
100.
Divided by 100. Good. At this point, what do we do?
Cross out the zeros.
Cross out the zeros. So this cancel with that. And this cancel with that. So we left with what?
40 times 6 times 2.
40 times 6 times 2. Good. What is 40 times 6?
240
Times 2
equals 480.
Good. 480. How many persons got $480? All right. Anyone else? Who else got 480?
I did.
Me.
All right, good.
I did.
That's good. Now, Aaron, I want you to help me with B. What's the total amount that he's gonna repay to the bank?
You would have to add 480 plus a 4,000,
Very good.
which would give you 4,480.
Very good. So the total amount that he must repay is gonna be 4,000 plus the 480, right? It's gonna give us 4,480. All right. Anyone else got that? 4,480 for number 1B.
Yes.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
that's good. All right, so any volunteers for number 2? Any volunteers for number 2? If not, I could choose someone.
I could do it, Mr. Petit.
All right, sure enough, no problem. So,
Rockwell borrowed 8,000 from the bank for 6 years at 5% simple interest per annum. Calculate how much interest Rockwell is charged. So first we're going to do simple interest equals P times R times T over 100. P equals 8,000, R equals 5, T equals 6. So that's 8,000 times 5 times 6
wait, one
divided.
moment. Let me write it down. One moment to write it down. Okay, go ahead.
So that's 8,000 times 5 times 6.
That's why we're using 5.
Pardon?
Why 5?
That's 5 simple interests.
Because 5 is the interest rate, right?
The rate, yeah.
Why 6?
Because the 6 is how many years?
Very good. All right, and what are we gonna do at this point?
Divided by 100. So now we're also the zeros.
Very good. Zeros cancel out each other. So we're left with what?
80 is 5 times 6.
Very good. 80 times 5 times 6.
Yes. 80 times 5 gives us 400.
Mm-hmm.
So now that becomes 400 times 6.
Which is what?
2,400.
2,400. Very good. So this right here is her interest, right? So how much is the total amount that she got to repay to the bank?
Okay, calculate the total amount she must repay to the bank. Total amount equals principal plus interest charge. So 8,000 plus 2,400, but gives us 10,400.
Very good. So we're going to add the principal, which is the amount borrowed, which is 8,000 plus 2,400. So when we add them, we have 8,000 plus 2,400. That's 10,400. How many persons got this? 10,400.
I did.
I did.
All right, only those four. Anyone else? Got 10,400.
Me.
I got.
Okay.
I did.
All right, good. How about you, Yolanda? Where's Yolanda?
I got it.
Okay. Harvey, did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Megan, did you get this answer? 10,400.
Yeah, I did.
All right, Shalise, did you get this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. How about you, Diamond?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Rakia, did you get this? For number 2?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And Chris Raming, did you get this?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's good. Serenity, did you get it? Serenity, yeah. She left. Aiden, did you get it? Yes, sir. That's good. Antoine, did you get it? Antoine Munnings? No. Yeah. Antoine, are you there? That's not good. I don't like the sign of that. Antoine? Okay, you can't have.
Yes, yes, sir.
Did you get this for A and B for number 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why are you taking so long to answer when I called your name?
Sorry, I was looking after my niece.
All right. Okay, so let's move on to number 3. Do I have any volunteers for number 3? I think number 3 deserves its own separate um slide because we have to do a lot of calculations for number 3. Any volunteers for number 3? Well, I know what you're gonna ask. Shaya, tell me what
Yes,
number.
sir.
Tell me your number 3, please.
Okay. So for number 3, it I don't think I don't know. I wasn't sure about this one, but
All right.
it's
What is P?
the P is 1,257.
Good. That's the principal, right? That's the amount borrowed.
R is 6.3.
Very good. R is 6.3. So the interest don't have to be a whole number, you know. Okay, it could be a decimal.
Mhm.
So 6.3.
For T, I put 0.5.
Good. So for T, remember 6 months is half a year. Okay. So all you gotta do is do 6 divided by 12. Okay. It's gonna give you what? 0.5.
0.5.
Okay. So it's gonna be 0.5.
And then you just multiply all of them by as normal. And I got $3,959.55.
So the simple interest oh wow, it's 7:51 already. I didn't realize it was so close. So simple interest is gonna be what? 1,257
times
multiplied by
6.3
divided by
times
6.7.
0.7.
Okay.
0.5, sorry.
Yes, that's true. 0.5 all divided by 100. That's gonna be equal to, we're gonna do these two first, right?
Yeah.
So let's do that. So 12,057 multiplied by 6.3 what is, wait, let me do this properly so we have enough space. All right, what is 3 times 7? That's going to be what?
21.
21. Put the 1 down. Put the 2 up. 3 times 5 is
15 plus
plus
2
2
is 17.
17. Good. What's 3 times 2?
6 plus 1 is 7.
Good. And 3 times 1 is
3.
3. Put the placeholder down. What is 6 times 7?
42.
42. Put the 2 down and put the 4 up. 6 times 5 is
30.
plus 4 is
34.
34. Yes, 34. 6 times 2 is
12.
12 plus 3,
15.
15. Put the 5 down, put the 1 up. 6 times 1 is
6.
plus 1 is
7.
good. So we add them. So we have what? We have 1 plus 0 is 1.
1.
7 plus 2 is
9.
9. 7 plus 4 is
11.
11. And 5 plus 4 is
9.
9. And
And then
yes,
it's just 7.
7.
Okay. I have that.
So where do we put the decimal point though?
Is 2 decimal places.
Why 2?
So it, well, like the way I did it in my head was, since every number technically has a decimal point after it, I did, well, I don't know if that's right, but
You put it between the 9 and the 1. The
Yeah.
last 9 and the last 1.
Yes,
yeah,
you put it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how
And
you
then
put
you
it, right?
could add a 0 as a placeholder. Yeah.
That's how you put it, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, good. So it's gonna be 7, 9, 1, 9.1 multiply by what?
0.5.
0.5. All right, now we gotta multiply this by 0.5, which is relatively easy. So we have 7, 9, 1, 9, 4.1 multiplied by 0.5. So obviously we're going to begin with the 5 first. So it's going to be 5 times 1, which is
5.
5. 5 times 9 is
45.
45. 5 times 1 is
5 plus 4 equals 9.
good. 5 times 9 is
45.
45. 5 times 7 is
35 plus
plus
4
4,
is
39, right?
yes, so
We put the 0 as a placeholder. 0 times 1 is 0. 0 times 9, 0. 0 times 1, 0. 0 times 9, 0. 0 times 7, 0. Put the plus sign and we add them. 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 0 is 9. 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 0 is 9. And 3 plus 0 is 9. Okay, so the question is, where do we put the decimal point?
between 9 and a 5. 2 decimals
Yes.
what?
Yeah, there's 2 decimal places. 2 numbers behind, there's 2 numbers behind the decimal point. What I mean is, here we have 1 number behind the decimal point, and then we have another number. So it's 2 numbers that are behind the decimal point. So we're gonna move it over 1, 2. So it's gonna be right there. Okay, so the answer is let me see if I multiply this right. 1257 times 6.3 is 79191. Okay, multiplied by 0.5. Yeah, we did. It's gonna be equal to 3, 9, 5, 9.55. All right, and it's the answer, right? Oh no, you sound so quiet.
Okay, now for B, you have to calculate the total.
Uh-huh.
You have to repeat.
Wait, 1 moment. How many persons got this?
I didn't get it.
I got it.
I get it.
You got it?
I
Who
did.
else?
I did not get a whole of 3 at all. I did not get that.
No? Where did you go wrong?
About almost like I don't know anything everything.
Everything? What didn't you didn't multiply by 0.5, eh?
Yeah, no sir. No
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. That's the thing. You're gonna multiply by 0.5. Um, okay, so now you're gonna figure out what the total, right? The total amount. So it's the answer for A.
Wait, how do you do that with a whole number that does not have a decimal?
Now we want the total. Total interest. That's why the total that he that she must repay is gonna be what? 1,257 plus what? plus 395 9.55. When we add them, what should we get? Hello, when we add them, what do we get?
$5,216.55.
Say it again.
$5,216.55.
That's correct. So that's our total minutes are paid. All right, so send in the work for me, please. Some people have not sent in their work. I only receive it from some. So send in your work for me, please. Whatever you have, send it for me. Make the corrections if you got this wrong. Make the corrections for me. Make the corrections if you got it wrong.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
wrong is an understatement for this question.
Yeah.
You got
Oh.
5,216.55. I got $13,857.
Okay. The good news is that now you know how to do it. And so if they give you 6 months, then you know it's gonna be 0.5. If they give you 9 months, right, then you know it's 0.75. Okay. So it's just 9 divided by 12. All right. If they give you 3 months, then you know it's 0.25 because it's 3 divided by 12. So just keep that in mind. Jennifer, we cannot hear you. We cannot hear you, Jennifer. All right, Dallas, thank you. All right. Again, send in the work, please.
Mr. Petit, that's enough for maths, right? That's it for
Yes,
maths?
that's
Okay.
it for maths.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Yes, take care. All right, we are going to transition over to English. So if you're not doing English language, you're free to leave. But if you are doing English, then you must stay with us. We're moving on to English language now. How did you get 0.5 from 6 divided by 12? Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer, if you do 6 divided by 12, that's 0.5. Because let me just show you. Let me use a calculator. So if you do 6 divided by 12, that's 0.5. All right. So that's how we got it. All right. So we're going to move on to English language now.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead, Ashadane. Go ahead, Ashadane.
You said we had to do first 3B,
3B. Were you paying attention? We just did it.
and I was, but like, I can't see it.
Can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you need to take a screenshot of it because we're moving on.
Thank you.
You got it, Rashadane?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. All right, so the last time we were here for English language, we dealt with different types of pronouns. Let me just go over onto this one. Okay, good. And I want Lanaya, can you tell me the 5 demonstrative pronouns that we did?
Sure. It's these, that, these, this, and that.
Good. So the demonstrative pronouns in these 2 paragraphs was these, that, these again, this, and that. And so the demonstrative pronouns, we said that a demonstrative pronoun by definition, Shea, by definition, what is a demonstrative pronoun?
A demonstrative pronoun points out a specific person, place, or thing.
Good. Give me the 4 examples of demonstrative pronouns.
For singular, you have this and that, and then for plural, you have those and these.
Very good. So those were our demonstrative pronouns that we learned. And we said that the demonstrative pronoun could come, it could come before the antecedent. In the case of this question, that has always been my favorite subject. So here we have the demonstrative pronoun coming before the antecedent. And then for this one, the second one, with the demonstrative pronoun coming after the antecedent. So it says we met an EMT and a doctor. These were the most interesting guests. So these, which is the demonstrative pronoun, comes after the antecedent, which is EMT and a doctor. All right. That wasn't the only type of pronouns that we looked at. We also looked at the interrogative pronouns. Daniel, can you tell me what is an interrogative pronoun? Daniel? Where's Daniel? Are you there? Okay, can't hear from Daniel. Megan, are you there?
Yes, I know.
Okay, can you give me 2 examples of interrogative pronouns, please?
Who and whom?
Say it again.
Whose and whom?
Whose and whom? Okay, good. Shalice, can you give me 2 examples of interrogative pronouns?
Which and what?
Which and what? Very good. So that was interrogative pronouns. Did we do? Okay. What do we mean? Excuse me. What do we mean by an interrogative pronoun? What is the definition of an interrogative pronoun? Rakia.
Pardon?
What do we call? What is?
I didn't hear you clear.
Okay. How about now? Can you hear me? What I'm saying, what's the definition of an interrogative pronoun?
Is used to begin a question.
Very good. So these are pronouns that is used to begin a question. Okay, so that's what we did last week, Wednesday. Today, I want us to look at, I guess we can call it drafting, but this is basically how you organize your work when you're writing a paragraph. Okay, so let's look at it.
By the way, Mr. Petit, for Sunday I have to carry 2 books because my book just ran out just now. So I'm gonna be writing a different book, so I'm gonna have to be carrying 2 books for Sunday.
Okay, sure, no problem. Okay, so head up for me, please. Today is Monday. Today is Monday. Yes, Monday, the 27th of February, 2023. Subject is English language. All right, so what do we mean by a draft? So the topic for today is drafting. Anyone have any idea of what we mean by draft? Anyone can answer. What is meant by a draft?
A writing that is not final.
Yes, something that's not final. So you write a draft before or after your essay?
Before?
Before.
Before. Very good. So the draft
Just
comes
like
before.
writing down your ideas.
Say it again. Take one.
Like writing down your ideas.
I get better. You say it again.
It's like writing down ideas.
Yes, it's like writing down ideas. Very good. So we can begin with this first heading, shaping your writing. So you cannot just you cannot just have ideas and write them down, put them together any particular way, and then call it an essay. All right, that's not an essay. That's just a conglomeration of ideas, but that's not an essay. Please write this down. I'm gonna hold you accountable to this information, so I want you to send it to me once you finish write it down, the notes, okay? So make sure you write the notes down. All right, so you cannot simply write down all the details you have gathered and call the result an essay. So an essay is not just it's not merely a collection of points, but it's a collection of points that is written in a systematic and organized way. Okay, so first you must organize. This is a very big thing. You must organize. So first persons usually just write the first thing that comes to mind. But just like your room that you have to organize, just like your book that you have to organize, you have to organize it because yes, the information is there, but it depends on how you say it, when you say it, the timing, and what comes after what, which really makes the essay a great essay. So you must organize. You must organize these details. Must organize these details logically. And what do we mean by logically? Basically means in a sensible way. In a way that makes sense. So that the reader can assemble them into a clear picture of your subject. So you can't just write down all the information that you have and say, okay, well, that's an essay. Excuse me, no, you must first organize them in a sensible, logical way, in a way that makes sense, so that the reader could understand what you're saying and really get a good grasp of the subject that you are talking about. So if you do not do that, then it'll just be a bunch of information, but nothing really in a way that makes sense, in a way that is done properly. All right. And that's why sometimes persons might get marked down, not because they don't have the right information, but they don't organize it properly. Okay, so you have to select an effective organization technique. So you must select an effective organization. So there are two main ways to organize a comparison. The block method and point by point method. So let's begin with the block method. Now with the block method, you present all details about one subject first, and then next you present all the details about the second subject. Then about the third, and the fourth. The fifth. Etc. So with the block method, which is basically presenting all the information about the first one. So if you are trying to make a comparison between figs and prunes, you would give all the information you give about prunes, about figs first. And then the next thing you're gonna do is give all the information you give about prunes. Okay, that's the block method. Give all the details about the first subject first, and then next give all the details about the next subject second. Okay, that's a block method. So say for example, we wanted to say for example, we wanted to use the block method to compare a steam engine versus um, versus a gas engine. So this is an example of a block method. All right, can you all hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. It froze for a while, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if we want to do an example of a block method, and let's say we want to compare um, let's say we want to compare let's say we want to compare steam engine. Let's say use the block method So use the block method to compare um, steam engines and gas engines. So what you would do if you're trying to use the block method for steam engines and glass and you're trying to compare them, so your steam engines versus gas engines. So you would first start off with talking about the gas engines. Not gas engines. Let's start off talking with the steam engine. So because it's a block method, you're not going to be talking about the gas engines while you're talking about the steam engine. You're just going to be talking about the steam engines all at once, okay? So we're just talking about the steam engine for this one. Then you're going to talk about, okay, what does the steam engines use for fuel? What's the operation of a of the steam engine? And then how efficient is it? Okay, efficiency. So that's what that would be for the steam engines. Now, and in this, you don't mention nothing about the gas engines. You're just really talking about the steam engines that's it, just by itself. And then B, now we're gonna talk about the gas engines. This one. So now because it's a comparison, you must mention the same things about the steam engines as you mentioned about the gas engine. So you have to talk about, okay, how does the steam and the gas engine receive fuel? Okay, what's the operation like? And then what's the efficiency? Okay, so this is a way of organizing your work, all right? If you're trying to write a comparison, you could use the block method. So the block method says, okay, I am going to talk about all about my first my first subject, which is steam engines. Then I'm going to talk all about my gas engines. But if you notice that the exact same points I mentioned, fuel, operation, efficiency, I mentioned for both of them, okay? But I don't combine them. So I don't say, all right, while I'm talking about the steam engines, I mentioned the gas engines and stuff like that. No. If I'm talking about steam engines, I'm only talking about steam engines. When I reach the gas engines, I only talk about gas engines. All right. So that's the block method. So the block, method works as if if you're talking about different things, it works best if you're talking about different things. So if you, or like more than one. So if you not only talk about steam engines, gas engines, maybe talking about another particular thing, you could use block method. That works best, right? When you're writing about more than two things, or if your topic is complex, use the block method, which makes sense. Because if your topic is complex, you don't want to combine things so much because you want a person to get a good understanding of that thing individually. So that's why you would use the block method if your topic is complex. All right, so that's the block method. Now we're going to move on to the next method, which is the point by point method. Do we have this written now? Can I move?
But it's very frustrating. And
Yes or no? I heard a lot of.
No, sir. I got it already.
You got it? Only two persons answer me. Can I move on or no?
No, you could.
I could? Okay. All right, so if you don't have it, please take a screenshot of it because I'm about to move it right now. All right, so let's move on to the point by point method. So with the point by point method, first thing I'm gonna do is first discuss one aspect of both subjects, okay? And then you're gonna next discuss another aspect of both subjects, and so on. So in this one, with this method, you are allowed to combine or to speak about both subjects at the same time, okay? So unlike block method, you only allowed, if you're talking about steam engines, you only talk about steam engines. You could talk about different aspects of the steam engine, but you have to keep on talking about the steam engines. If you're talking about gas engines, you only talk about gas engines. You could talk about different aspects of the gas engine, but you can't mention none about the steam engines. That's one way of doing of organizing your work. But the next method of organizing your work is the point by point method, which says, hey, I'm going to mention one broad point, one broad aspect, and I'm going to talk about both one subject and the other subject in that same aspect. All right, so let me help you understand. So let's do an example. Okay, so an example of the um, point by point. So with this one, let's say, for example, we want to do snow skiing versus water skiing. So let's say we want to talk about first the different equipment. So you talk about the different equipment that you need for snow skiing, and you're gonna talk about the different equipment you need for water skiing. And then you go move on to B, where you talk about the length of time to learn. Okay, so you could talk about the length of time to learn for snow skiing, and you could talk about the length of time to learn for water skiing, all in the same thing. Okay. So you decide which method you can use, either the point by point method or the block method. Based on this, would you rather the point method, point by point, or the block method? Which one is your preferred way?
I use the block method, to be honest, because using the point by point method, I know I can mess up because I usually don't. When I talk about two subjects at the same time, I get confused. So I'd
Okay.
rather use the block.
Okay. Anyone else? Block method or point by point?
I'm with him. I also
Block
want to
method.
use,
Go ahead, Zayden.
I'm with him on the block method because I don't want to multitask and do both subjects at the same time.
Okay. All right. Yolanda, which one you prefer to use? Block method or point by point?
The block method.
You prefer the block method as well? Serenity, which one you prefer? Block method or point by point?
Block method.
Okay. Shaya, which one you prefer? Block or point by point?
Okay. If you was to write like the point or by point in a sentence, would you be like saying snow skiing uses exercise the equipment, whereas water skiing uses blah 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 blah?
Yes.
Okay, so point by point, because that's easier for me.
Okay. You rather do them one time. Okay. Lanaya, which one you prefer? Point by point or block method?
Help me. Point by point, because I don't know how to write something and not talk about something else. So,
Okay, I understand. I understand. Um, okay, so you choose your method. At this time, I want you all to send me the notes. That's everyone, please. Send me the notes for these two, and then we're gonna go on to the exercises for it. Send me the notes. That's the notes on the point by
I
point.
ain't finished the note, but
All right, so quickly write it down, Rashadani. Again, send me the notes for the point by point and the notes for the block method. I only receive my notes from Shaya. It's the only person who I received notes from.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, can you go to the other slide before this?
Yes, I can. Again, I've only received notes from Shaya, and it's 28 of you in there. Only Shaya and Lanaya. Okay, thank you.
You see mine?
Yes, I see yours. I've received. All right. I only receive work from Taekwanya, Lanaya, Rakia, Miss Neely, Rochelle, No, and Shea. Daniel, where's your notes?
I'm about to send it right now.
Okay. Um, Diamond, where's Diamond? Diamond.
I finished in a B.
All right. Um, Aaron, I don't see your work.
I still writing it.
What you want?
Where it's a water ski.
Okay, quickly write that. Angelina, I'm still waiting on yours.
And the last point.
All right. Serenity, I don't have your work.
I'm still writing the last one.
All right. Mikhail, Eber,
Yes, sir.
I don't have your notes.
I didn't get to finish write down the first one.
So why did you take a screenshot? Or did you?
I did. I was writing on this one.
All right. So quickly write that down, please. And I don't have your exercises for math. So you need to do them. Um, so I'm still waiting on the rest of you to send in the notes. For Shantae, I need to see the rest of your notes. Where's Zayden? Zayden? Are you there? I realize I have his notes. Where's Malaya? Malaya Smith?
I'm here.
All right, good. Malaya, I don't have your notes for this as yet.
I already sent it.
Okay. All right, so let's go. We're gonna begin with the exercises. Right, block method or point by point. Two, for each of the given All right, so homeschooling. Do not write down do not write down the sentences. You're just gonna write block method or point by point at the page, okay? Homeschooling can save time since you do not have to transport your child to school. But public school but attending public school can cause your child to lose time since because you lose time. Attending public school can cause your child to lose time in commuting to and from school. Commuting. So is that the block method or the point by point method? You know what I mean?
Mr. Petit, you see where you are for each of following, and there's supposed to be a the right there.
For each of the, thank you. That's correct.
Mr. Petit, why did you put a line next to at the end of number one?
That's where you're gonna put either block method or point by point method. What do you think it is?
You say we don't write the questions, right?
No, you don't have to write it down. Just write down either block method or point by point. Fast food is quick. And very convenient. Eating fast food is a delight since you do not have to go through the labor of actually cooking the food. Eating fast food actually saves a lot of time. This is because you don't not have to do the cooking yourself. Others can do it. Eating fast food, although fast food is quick, it typically is unhealthy and in the long run can cause you severe uh, severe illnesses. Cooking at home takes patience and hard work. However, there are many benefits to cooking at home. First, firstly, first of all, it is cheaper, it can be cheaper to cook at home because you can simply use the raw materials you have at home and also you do not have to pay someone to cook for you. Moreover, cooking at home gives you the advantage of customizing your food just the way you like it. Furthermore, cooking at home is usually the healthier option. Because you can prepare the food in a more health promoting
Mr. Petit,
way. Yes, sir.
I just finished writing the thing I took a screenshot of, right?
Uh-huh.
And I came back to this. I don't know if I'll be able to finish all of this before class end.
If you're listening, I never said to write this down. I said just write point by point method or block method. You have to write all this down.
Oh, you just supposed to write it down.
No, you're not supposed to write it down. All right. So the first one says homeschooling can save you time since you do not have to transport your child to school, but attending public school can cause you to lose time in commuting to and from school. Is that point by point or block method? Jola for this one.
Point by point.
Who said that?
Yolanda.
Yolanda. Anyone else agree with Yolanda? Is it point by point?
Yes, sir. I agree.
Yes. All right. It's definitely point by point. Why is it point by point?
Wait,
Because you
number
talk about two
Two
different
topics at the same time.
topics in the same paragraph.
Yes. So because I combine two topics into one paragraph. Okay. All right. Which y'all prefer, homeschooling or attending public school?
It's
Homeschooling,
public school. Better than being home.
Homeschool.
Never.
Homeschooling or public school?
Public.
Public school, really? Okay.
That's too much interaction.
Let me sit down at home and I already don't have enough time at home. I have school.
All right.
I'm already close to learning. I do not need another half of my day at homeschooling.
No, if you're doing homeschool, you don't have to do public school. That's the catch. Rakia, you have a question? All right.
No.
Okay, see your hand raised. All right, the second one, it says fast food is quick and very convenient. Eating fast food is a delight since you don't have to go through the labor of actually cooking the food. Eating fast food actually saves you a lot of time. This is because you don't have to do the cooking yourselves. Others can do it. Although fast food is quick, it typically is unhealthy and in the long run can cause you severe illness. Cooking at home takes patience and hard work. However, there are many benefits to cooking at home. First of all, it can be cheaper to cook at home because you can simply use the raw materials you have at home. Also, you don't have to pay someone to cook for you. Moreover, cooking at home gives you the advantage of customizing your food just the way you like it. Furthermore, cooking at home is usually the healthy option because you can prepare the food in a more health promoting way. Is the second one point by point or block method?
Block method.
Block method. Do we agree with that? Is the second one point by point or block method? Anyone? The second one, point by point or block method? Hello, are you there? Point by point or block method, the second one. Number two.
Block method.
Why your block method? Why is it block method, Aaron?
Because all the information is not in one paragraph, it's in two paragraphs.
Mm-hmm. So we dedicate the first paragraph to talking about fast food, and the second paragraph dedicated to cooking at home. Okay. All right. So, do you rather fast food or cooking at home?
Fast food.
Chris Farming says fast food. Anyone else? Fast
Home
food or
cooking.
Repeat
home
the question
cooking?
for me first.
Would you rather fast food or home cooking?
You said homemade?
Fast food or cooking at home? Which one?
Cooking at home, because
Cooking at
at home
home.
would probably be better.
Okay. All right. All right. So that brings us to
As
the
long as you know where the food and utensils been. So
yeah, you know exactly where they've been. All right. So that brings us to the end of class. I want everyone to send me your notes, please. And if you're done, I'll see you on tomorrow. Take care, everyone.
Hey, Mr. Bg.
Yes, sir.
You could go back to the point by point method so I can screenshot it, please.
Sure, no problem. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
And I Mr. B. See everybody tomorrow.
Good night.